it's the way that he delivered his message to make you like think deep about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you hit me with that before, like, man, this is something, you know what I'm saying? I remember you telling me, like, man, I watched this about Dick Greg. He was talking about this more about the information and the education.
Hello, class of cannabis. It's been a glorious year. I want someone in here to stand to their feet and tell me their best way to smoke. Who will it be? You are, what's your name, girl?
Not him. It don't really matter when we all agree. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up out there? This the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J
and Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. Hit that notification bell.
Yep. Please do that. Please do that. And as y'all can see behind me, we got the king, the great man, the comedian, the activist. We're gonna talk about Dick Gregory. This is our part 2 to the follow-up of the show that I did, speaking on Dick Gregory. So we're going to touch on some more points from that show and some more information that we have about him. So we go, so for those of y'all that don't know who Dick Gregory is, Dick Gregory came up in the 40s, the 50s. He was a comedian. What I like is he was not afraid of nobody. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind. He wasn't afraid of offending people to get his point across. He wanted to get his point across and let people understand, how he felt about situations. And, he was a comedian first, but for a person to be an activist, it has to be something that's in you already. So, you know what I mean? Even with his stand-up, he always spoke on different things like racial injustices and different things that went on, but he made it a punchline. He made the shit funny. To where people, to where people was laughing, even white people was laughing at the shit. He did one joke where he was saying they was trying to get bus drivers, you know what I mean? They was trying to get bus drivers, black people the right to be bus drivers and to get into the union and shit like that. And he said, he was like, well, shit, I guess if we make this happen, they're gonna have to get a big ass steering wheel, like how the microphone is. They're gonna have to get a big ass steering wheel so the black bus drivers can drive from the back of the bus. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of comedy that he was coming with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of comedy he was coming with, like back in the days though. But him transitioning into activism, he actually marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. He was by, in the vicinity with Dr. Martin Luther King over 60 years ago when they did the march and Dr. King did the I Have a Dream speech. He was right there in the vicinity, locked in, because he was actually Dr. Martin Luther King liked him and he was his favorite comedian. He liked the style of, being a comedian, how he pushed shit out there. You know what I mean? And he got into activism in like 1958, 1959. That's when he ran for the president. People thought it was a joke, but he did that and he ran for the presidency,
And like how you talking about like how he reached, like how certain topics that come up and he'll put it in comedic form. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like laughter is memorable. Laughter is fun. You know what I'm saying? So if you bring a light to a situation, you know what I'm saying, and is like enlightening, it'd be easier for you to remember. Like how you say, like if you try to petition for blacks to ride the bus, oh, you're gonna have to get one of them long extensions, you know what I'm saying, for us to ride from the back of the bus. And it's like he made it out of a joke, as you say, you know what I'm saying? But the light of that is, you know what I'm saying, it's like, how are you trying to petition for us to like, all right, drive the bus when we can barely even sit in front of the bus?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the underlying issue right there. It's like, all right, you trying to take leaps forward and stuff like that, but you're not even looking at like really what's right here in front of our face. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is coming at you in a comedic way, you know what I'm saying? But once you sit down and be like, oh man, that punchline right there, it did make some type of sense though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he had a unique way, you know what I'm saying, with his activism, as they say. You know what I'm saying? He had a unique way with connecting to his people and abroad. You know what I'm saying? So that aspect right there is appreciative from the
Yep,
great Dick Gregory.
for sure, for sure. And he gave up his comedian career to be an activist, and he was that passionate about it. He had a friend that was assassinated. His name was Medgar Evers. He was assassinated in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and that situation is what kind of pushed him over the edge to make him want to be an activist. You know, because it was his friend was assassinated, somebody that he was close to that was also an activist and that was pushing the line, for voters' rights, for different things to happen for black people. And that shit just made him like, man, fuck this. He talked to his wife and, asked his wife if she was okay with, not having as much money no more to fight for rights. And his wife was with the business. You know what I'm saying? His wife was with it and was behind him all the way to be able to do what he wanted to do to get his point across out there. And even with him giving up his comedic career and that aspect, he still was funny as fuck though with what he was saying. Like throughout the years, even being an activist, he still put some sense of humor sometimes into the things that he was, that he was getting out there and the messages that he was putting out there to the people. So I definitely think it's like I said, it's Black History Month. So I definitely think it's important, for people with platforms, especially black people with platforms, to highlight different people that's important, in Black history, because, we don't really get the history of that. Now it's a little bit easier because you can search stuff up and you can find different information. But, like in the past, our generations and stuff like that, when we was younger in school, high school, middle school, the information wasn't as directly in front of us as it is now and as easy to get. Now you could just go to Google and say, oh, give me facts about Dick Gregory. And you can get a whole bunch of different information to have a better understanding on how people, black people that really tried to push that line to make shit better back in the days. You know what I mean? And I think it was a dope idea for us to do a part 2 to this and, just kind of highlight him a little bit more. And like I said, he got into activism in 1958. He was one of, if not the only, greatest political comedians out there that probably ever lived. Because like I said, he gave it up, you know what I mean? The career, the overall career, but he still kept that sense of humor and he still pushed that line with the comedic part, but he was on his serious shit, you know what I mean? To really put that message out there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? I was reading over some stuff too though. Like for those of us who didn't know, Dick Gregory, he is from the Midwest. He from St. Louis. I don't know if that was covered before. Um, he did some time in the military. When he was during the time that he was up in the military, he did win like some comedic talent shows. So while he was there, like serving the country or whatever, however you want to say it, he was still on this comedic tip. He came home, like how you said, around the time of like what was that, like 58 or something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Um, he got into his little activism, as you say, and then I guess what year was that, like 68 or some shit like that? It
Yep.
was around the time he like ran for presidency. And
Yep.
it's like he was trying to get serious about that run, like within the campaign. So that was just, you know what I'm saying, a
Yep.
little something to put out there to piggyback on what you had. You know what I'm saying? Just a little short, little brief, little background about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to accept the man, like, I guess you could say transition coming from I guess, the stand up or the comedic world to try and lead the country, you can say. Because it's like if you're a comedic out here, a lot of people won't take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Because you cracking a lot of jokes, you make people laugh, you're amusing. You know what I'm saying? So his little stance in that little political form right there, it was like it was real big. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It was brave of that man to do that around that time. You know what I'm saying? So his little acts, you can say his acts of bravery at that time is something to be looked at because he took a stance. It may not be a stance that some people may think it may be great, but it was something. And Dick Gregory, he spread it like a whole lot of like knowledge from here to there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And he was just that he be like, nigga, whoopty whoop whoop whoop. And he was like
He give it to you straight.
straight. It's like sitting down with your uncle or something on the porch type shit kind of conversation, or like, them hood barbershop kind of conversations though, where you talk about all kind of shit
Yeah.
and all aspects of things. And he was like, it was like a make you think, because like he was, I seen a video where he talked about like education.
Captivated.
Yeah, he talked about education, that information is more important than education, and what he mean by education in the form of science, history, all that different kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's information that you can have and gain that can be educational, that can teach you how to prosper in the world. Like what he was saying, like educational shit, how to maneuver, how to start a business, how to build your family up and create generational wealth, for your family, and just different shit like that. And like, he stated in a video that I also seen, he was like, his kids are successful because he kept it straight with him. He gave him the proper information, and that's what it was about, information. And he told his kids that, the education part is not as important as having the information and understanding of how to maneuver and get through life. Because that's what it's about. You think about, and that's some real shit for him to be talking that shit. Like back in the days, it's like people was just taught, you go to school, go to college, if you're able to go to college, get a job and you work till you retire, and that's it. You think about it, a lot of white households, they giving their kids the knowledge of, invest, put some money here, or they probably put the money up for them for an investment. So when they, get a certain age, they able to do something with that money. A lot of us as, minorities, what they call us or whatever, black people, Mexicans, we don't get the same teachings. Me and my mom was just having a conversation about this a few days ago too, though. Like she said she wished that she had the knowledge of what's going on today, of the information of, being an entrepreneur, starting a business, teaching your kids generational wealth and putting that aspect just into the atmosphere, because it would have advanced us. It would have advanced her kids a little bit more to have that knowledge. And it's like, I was watching a video with what I know the Reverend Frederick Price from out here, LA, Frederick Price, but he was comparing the shit black people went through or is still going through kind of shit to Monopoly, in the aspect of, like the Monopoly game, right? When you start the game, you get that hot 1,500, right, to start off with. So you kind of got a head start. You're not starting off in the blank. And he kind of compared that to black people. We don't get that extra 1,500, that $1,500 to start off. You know what I mean? We don't get that extra, that good start and that good push. And just think about like the way of thinking of a lot of black people just keeping it 100. Nigga, when our kids turn 18, nigga be like, shit, you gotta go. It's time, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Oh, you ain't doing this, or oh, it's time to go. But when you really think about it, you're supposed to give your kids, time to really like give them time to grow. Give them some, as long as they ain't on no garbage ass bullshit. You give them time to grow and like really understand. You really don't want to just throw them out there to the world and stuff, like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's deep. It's deeper than Nino Brown, like our big cousin always say. But it's beyond just what he's saying. It's just it's beyond that, because you have to have a real understanding about like life and about the structure and the indifferences in this world, and you got to understand that and know that shit too, to kind of make shit better type shit,
Yeah, it's like he said, it's like you have to be informed to know about something, and to know about something is to be educated about something. This is just my perception of how things go. So if we say the information, like how you use the analogy, it's like once you raise your children, once you get to 18, it's embedded in some of our heads. Like once you get 18, you get up out of here. Psychologically, you know what I'm saying? It's up in our head. It's like, all right, some of us may panic with it, be like, damn, I'm 17 now, you know what I'm saying? 18 is coming right around the corner. I'm not informed about anything that's really going on out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we as parents, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying we as parents because I'm a parent to a parent now.
Right.
So it's like that, you know what I'm saying, pretty much crossed some of our heads, you know what I'm saying, because it was told to us. Once 18 comes, get your ass out of here, you know what I'm saying? Go on to do your own little dude. But if we take in some of the information that Dick Gregory is sharing, you know what I'm saying? Like the children informed. You know what I'm saying? Because if they informed about something, they know about something, which should make them want to learn about something, which would then educate them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like as you say, like just because he a comedian and stuff like that, it's the way that he deliver his message to make you like think deep about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you hit me with that before, like, man, this is something, you know what I'm saying? I remember you telling me, like, man, I watched this about Dick Greg. He was talking about this more about the information and the education.
Yep.
And it's like at the beginning of it, I was, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, how are you going to educate yourself about something that you don't know about?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if
Yep.
you have the information about something, it's like, all right, you can then now educate yourself about this. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than Nino Brown, as you say,
Yep.
but you have to catch on to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to pay nothing but a little bit of attention. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to the Jews that he's dropping, you know what I'm saying? It's like to make a whole lot of sense.
Yep. And look, he was a vegan. He was a vegan.
Mm.
He got a lot of different information where he talking about, how to eat. He actually did a fast, to where I think he fasted for 80 days or some shit like that though, but he did it in a hospital.
80 days?
It was something like that though. Don't quote
Oh,
me on that, but it was more than 30 days. It was more than 60 days. I think, yeah, it was more than 60 days, but he actually did a fast though, and he was hooked up to machines to like see like the difference between when you fasting and how you sleep, how your body does different things. And at one point I read some shit that said he was like 330 something pounds at one point in his life. And he went on and he started fasting, and he lost a lot of weight. And shit, if
mm,
you seen him in his later years, before he passed away, you can see he was he was slim. So it's like I see how
yeah,
your face kind of looked when I said that. I kind of look like that too, because I never really seen no images of him being like real heavy set.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But that,
yeah. I haven't either.
yeah, that's something that I read about. And just he always, what did he say? He said, I'm not eating nothing. He said, I don't eat shit that fort. What did he say? He said, I don't eat shit that fort something. And some shit he said, man. But it that shit had me dying though.
Hey, Hey, come to think about it though, it's like I think like don't quote me on it though, but I believe it was Dick Gregory. I was watching a video. He was talking about milk. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was the one who put it in my head. Like he was like, all right, when cows are born, they drink their milk, but once that cow is grown, it no longer drinks its mother's milk. You know what I'm saying? And then here we are, we have our children, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we may, not we as men, but our sisters, you know what I'm saying? They may breastfeed the child, but as the
Right,
child gets older, it drinks the milk. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
then we become adults, even adults, you know what I'm saying, drink milk. You know what I'm saying? The correlation, like the relation to that, it's like, all right, at a certain time, this should be cut off, let alone, you know what I'm saying, even if you are using it, because it's like, I don't believe it's good for the human body as it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole like process that it goes through, coming from the cow to even the jug or the carton, however you may use to take it. You know what I'm saying? The process from there to there. You know what I'm saying? But I believe it was Dick Gregory who actually put that in my milk that we getting it from. Don't drink its own milk.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. Cause if you think about, look, you gonna get me started with the meats, Neil. If you if you think about milk though, this is a well, this is a well-known fact. You could look, you could look it up. The FDA allows a certain percentage of pus in each drop of milk. You know, whatever that percentage is, I don't know the exact percentage, but they allow pus in the milk. So if you think about in every drop, so if you add all them drops up, just think about it. Like we're the only mammals, you know what I'm saying, that drink another mammal's milk. Ain't no cats drinking another cat milk. Ain't no a goat drinking cow, drinking cow milk.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's that shit is, it's a trip though, man. Man,
Make
man,
you think.
man. Yeah, yeah, man. It even make you think about the food chart. You remember the food chart from middle school and all that kind of shit like that, right?
Yeah,
So like the food chart, it has everything on that
dairy.
motherfucker is dairy, right?
Big one.
You know what I'm saying? So if you really think about that shit though, if you intake and all that, just say if you have some bread, the eggs, the milk, you know what I mean? Whatever other dairy, some yogurt or some shit, you know what I mean? Whatever other dairy that you can have, you having all that, that's putting that, building that mucus up in your body and stuff though, and creating sickness and shit though. And but it's I know it's hard. Like, see, this is dope because Dick Gregory got us talking about, all kind of shit though. But I know it's hard when people like to eat what they eat. You like to eat what you eat. So that's what you fuck with. And it's hard to go
Mm-hmm.
away from that. Like me, man. Like, man, a nigga be like, I done fasted, you know what I'm saying? A nigga done lost. No, not just shitty, like just my battle with this little weight shit. It's like, you know what I mean? I done fasted. I'm with all that shit though. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. I eat chicken and turkey sometimes, but I generally just eat like kind of fish and vegetables and shit though. But like my big thing is like the sweets, and sugar is like a big cause of a whole bunch of shit. You can call that shit the worst drug, one of the worst drugs and shit type thing. You know what I mean? And if a person could get that under control and really just, focus on that, you'll be in a better place. Like just kind of overall, you know what I mean? Like, man, I done lost to where I done dropped 40 pounds and shit though. You know what I mean? Like fasting and working out, doing different shit like that though. But then nigga,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving come. You feel me? A nigga fucking some shit up. Then Christmas come or something. You know what I mean? Now you got the whole holiday, nigga. It's
All
easy.
the cakes and
Yeah,
pies and
all the
cookies.
cake. Yeah, cut all the cakes and pies and cookies, and then you, you know what I'm saying? The dressing, the what, man, and then you
Yeah.
fall into the new year, and sometimes you can get lackadaisical and just don't get back to how you should be doing shit, you stay on the path of just eating all that bullshit, even eating like chips and processed shit though. And it's a trip. I know people, I know of people that, you know, was small, you know, smaller, was your size, cuz but the inside of their body was fucked up because of the shit that they put in their body, the shit that they ate and stuff like that. And motherfuckers still have heart attacks and all that, because you could look at a person and think, oh, that person healthy, until you know, you can't see inside a motherfucker body and know. But I think that that Dick Gregory, you know, he put a lot of information out there to make you think and to make you try to do things a little differently. Even to push the line of to be on like a activism type way, just to understand the different challenges that Black people had to go through. Because even in this day and age, even when I was coming up, you know, we seen certain things with racism, but a lot of shit was movies and the shit we see on TV, and then dealing with the police and shit like that though. But it wasn't just in our face like how it was in they days of growing up, as you know, like really experiencing it, being chased by dogs, getting bit up and shit like that, getting shot, getting killed, getting hung, and going experiencing all them different kind of things. And that's why I said, man, shout out to Dick Gregory, man, because like even at a time where it was all them different kind of things going on in different locations in the 60s, early 60s and late 50s, he still was not afraid to speak his mind. He still was not afraid to speak his mind and get his, you know, and get his little shit up out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it though, because it's like through all this little time, it's like I'm young, I'm a newborn compared to the time and the fight that this brother done put in. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for certain like recording, you know what I'm saying, certain people who was around, you know what I'm saying, witty during those times, you know what I'm saying, to share their stories about it. And there's a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, of videos of Dick Gregory speaking to the camera, his books and all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's really appreciated that a brother like of that caliber, you know what I'm saying, because he's not one to go to bite his tongue. He's not one to get in front of the camera and be like, oh, okay, so you want me to present it this way, so I'll do it this way. He wasn't that type of brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, if you don't want it the way that I'm going to deliver it, you're not going to get it at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This brother then like he didn't gave like speeches on well-known college campuses.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where like, yeah, like how you would say your Ivy League or like the top of the top students, you know what I'm saying, sit down in this man's seminar to learn something, you know what I'm saying, from this type of brother. And it's not like in no yippity doo type setting, you know what I'm saying? He's giving it to you just how you say, you know what I'm saying? You at the backyard barbecue with one of your uncles or something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's appreciated, because it's like you can take that in, you can soak it in throughout the jokes that he may present about certain things, all the way down to like, you know what I'm saying, this is the elder family member that's actually telling me something on top of teaching me and informing me something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like his little walk of life, you know what I'm saying? Me being a young Black man, I'm grateful that this stuff was actually like recorded. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This is like a big opportunity, because there's a lot of stuff you saying right now that I didn't know about the brother.
Mm-hmm. That's why I can't wait and just finding out more about him with the documentary I told you that they got on Showtime.
Yeah.
I'm, you know, me and wifey about to check that shit out though, because I didn't even know about it until tonight or till today. But we gonna check it out.
Me too.
Yeah, we gonna check it out and get some more information, because it's dope to like just think about this. Look, my little shoulder keep going black and shit. That shit getting on my fucking nerve. That shit going beep, beep, beep. You know what I'm saying? But it's a trip. You know, it's good to be able to get this good information, and it's making us, you know, want to find out more. You know, and up on finding out more about him, we get to find out more about you know, Black history and different things that done went on and different things that he was a part of, and you know, and different things that he tried to change. He was heavy on, you know, voters' rights, on Black people being able to vote and having a voice, you know, in the world. Because if you think about America, even all the way down to the White House, shit, Black people built the White House. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of things in America that was built by Black people. So if shit, we more American than anybody, if you think about it. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of shit that he would say and wasn't afraid to say. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't say shit like that though. But it's a fact and it's real shit though. And he had the talent to make the shit funny when he need to, like break the crowd. You know, it might be a tense ass crowd or some shit. He get up there on you know, on the microphone and say some shit though to have people laughing real quick. You know, and have people laughing real quick. I done seen a video where, you know, he did that even at a lot of them rallies and different shit like that. He did that and got up there, said something funny, and then boom, stuck it in you. Stuck it in whoever he needed to stick to, you know, to get his point across. So it seemed like he had that like, nigga, I'm gonna shut you down. You say something wrong, I'm gonna shut you down with just how I talk to you. I'm gonna whoop you with my words, man, and make you, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, like even the Breakfast Club, you know how like Charlemagne be on one on the guests and shit. So he was saying little slick shit though, like a couple times, right? And that shit is annoying the fuck out of me. Look, Charlemagne was saying some slick shit a couple times, and Dick Gregory, the last time he said some slick shit, he was like, "Do I gotta get up and leave here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I gotta go?" He was like, "Oh," Charlemagne was like, "No, I'm just." He like, "Man, do I gotta leave this motherfucker?" Like, shit, you know what I mean? But that's some real shit, and he wrote a lot of books. You know, he wrote a few books. I'm gonna name the books off, you know, if people might be interested in checking them out. I know I'm gonna check something out. I haven't read none yet, just to keep it 100. But like we learning about them and getting more information about them. And so I'm gonna learn a little bit more. So he got a book called The Shadow That Scars Me by Dick Gregory. Another book, Defining Moments in Black History by Dick Gregory. He had a book called Nigger by Dick Gregory and Dr. Christian. Another book called No More Lies by Dick Gregory. He also, like how we talked about the veganism and shit like that though, he got a book called Natural Diet for Folks Who Eat by Dick Gregory. I'm gonna have to check that shit out right there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He got another one called Callous My Soul. He got another one called Murder in Memphis by Dick Gregory and Mark Lane. He got another one called Dick Gregory's Political Primer. Look, his book.
Man, I didn't know he had these many books, bro.
Yep. And then he got another one, The Essential Dick Gregory by Dick Gregory. Yeah, I'm gonna get
this brother got books, boy.
Yep. And what's crazy is like how you read a lot in the books and shit. I'm surprised you ain't read none of them motherfuckers though, man.
No, the only one is the nigger book.
Oh, you read that one?
Yes. That's the only one on this whole list that I see right here that I've read. And the only other one that I've actually seen, you know what I'm saying? I've read the nigger book by Dick Gregory. I've seen Defining Moments in Black History. I've never read it though, but I've ran across it, you know what I'm saying, within my line. Right. And the political primer. All these other books, I've never even knew he had the diet book, Dick Gregory's Natural Diet for Folks Who Eat. I never knew he had that book. I only knew it like it was like 3 or maybe a 4. You know what I'm saying? But nigger, Defining Moments I knew, and then the political primer. And I thought it was maybe another one out there. That's why I'm saying 4. All these other ones, I didn't know that. Like I really didn't. I didn't know he had these many books.
Yeah. What you think about that nigger book?
The nigga book, it put me in a seat as if like how you describe it, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of your uncles talking to you, you know what I'm saying, at one of your barbecue grill, backyard barbecues. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The information that's inside of that book, it sit there, it makes you think of you as a black man, you know what I'm saying, the capabilities that you do have. You know what I'm saying? No limitations and things of such. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like just this word in this box that society puts you in is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to accept this box, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is just, you know what I'm saying? It is, to me, it was an uplifting book. You know what I'm saying? It's like you look at the word, you may like the word of it, you may think it's like something that's just like saddening or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a book of empowerment to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I get from it.
Right.
And
Right.
it's a young Dick Gregory, mind you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like these views is coming from a younger Dick Gregory.
Yeah. 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 Like, like we've been talking about, he got a lot of information out there. It's a lot of information about Dick Gregory. If y'all want to get out there and find out more information, I think it's worth finding out because it might pull you to something else, to something else, to something else. Because it's a lot of great black people out there that we gonna continue to highlight even after Black History Month. We're gonna keep it going, make it Black History Year, and keep
Yeah.
highlighting and keep highlighting black people, that had some kind of significance in black history, you know, whether it was changing the law, help getting the law changed, or just putting information out there to cause other, black people and just people in general to think different about society and the way things are now and how they were in the past. Because things could still be better now and today. With a lot of different things that's going on. Just like with the George Floyd shit that was seen. That everybody seen. How police brutality goes, no matter what state a person might be in, a black man, intoxicated or not or sober. But it's dope, man. It's dope. It really make you think outside the box and all around that motherfucker. You know, and
Yeah.
he had like 11 kids, and I know it probably must have been tough for them having a father that was an activist, a father that was an
Always
active,
on the move.
yeah, to being an active activist. And even though he was fighting for the fight, though, it doesn't take away how it probably felt for the kids not having them there with them every day, maybe to teach them how to ride a bike or to do different things that they probably thought Pop should have been there for. But I'm pretty sure they understand what a blessing he was to the world, and and letting people understand things from different aspects, from an aspect that might make a person feel uncomfortable hearing the shit, but it's something that got to be heard, and it's something that shit that a motherfucker got to put out there, man. It's a lot of things that need to change, and it's not going to change if people not having them conversations and doing different things to try to make shit better, you know, on the
As
real.
Dick Gregory said, if you don't got the information, you can't really too much push for the change.
Yep.
You gotta be informed about something.
That's a motherfucking fact. So look,
I'm looking.
yeah, look, when I said that, I took that little hit, but look, find out about Dick Gregory. Down the line, we might, once we dig a little more deeper, we might do something else where we include Dick Gregory and put, we definitely gonna do something else about Dick Gregory, man. And just, maybe
Hey,
just,
we should have a quick talk about like, cause I'm gonna watch that documentary too, though. You know what I'm saying? A quick 10-15 minutes about like what we thought about the little
yeah,
documentary about Dick Gregory.
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna make that happen though. So look, y'all tap in
Yeah.
and tune in. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It's Black History Month. We're gonna make it Black History Year and keep highlighting, different people in Black history, you know, that played a significant part in Black history. So this is the Best Way to Smoke podcast. It's Big J right here.
Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. Hit that notification bell. Stay up to date on all the best way to smoke news, baby.
Best way.